Ladies and gentlemen, it is the first day of Spooktober. If you're wondering where I got this beautiful hat, this beautiful shirt, it's bwtb.com. You are watching the NFL Locker Room with myself, Clay Matthews, Willie C, and Delanie Walker. Let's take a little peek over here at the records. Ignore this. Ignore going 3-3, 15-9 over the season. Clay Matthews will not go away. He's like a cockroach. You just can't kill him. He's 14-10. Will, 12-12, 500. Nothing wrong with being 500 in the gambling world. And then Delanie, seems about right with Delanie. Listen, we have a great show for you today. A lot of stuff to talk about. You saw the Creatine Caucasians last week take on the Chargers. We'll probably break that down a little bit. Stataboo, Dart, the whole thing. A lot of fun games. Also, a little bit of Titans talk because we have a watch party this weekend. Big hugs, tiny kisses. Let's have a great show. Welcome to the Locker Room and happy Spooktober to everyone who celebrates out there. Locker Room is presented by FanDuel Sportsbook, America's #1 sportsbook. Before we get into things, we just want to remind you, guys, that gambling is for entertainment and FanDuel always has your back with tons of responsible gaming tools to make sure your play stays fun and stress-free. Check out FanDuel.com/RG or the responsible gaming section in the app to learn more about staying in control of your game.
Just real quick about Sunday Night Football. You got the boys over. You posted up on the couch. You got snacks on deck, and you got FanDuel ready to make things that much sweeter.
Because FanDuel is pulling up with a solid 50% Sunday Night Football Profit Boost token for all customers.
And we're going to let you know how to use that Profit Boost token when we talk about this week's slate of games. But when it comes to Sunday night, however you like to get down on a game day, make sure you get over to FanDuel.com/Bussin, download the app, and get locked in and loaded before kickoff. Get locked and loaded before kickoff. Don't get locked in and then loaded. Get locked and loaded before kickoff.
Gamble responsibly, drink responsibly.
Yes, there you go.
Both of those things.
Shout out Michelob Ultra.
Right. Okay to have a little fun, though. Okay to have a little bit of fun. Huh, D?
Oh, yeah, I love having fun, eh?
Eh?
Yeah, eh?
I love it, dude. You're from everywhere.
I'm everywhere.
You're from everywhere. How do you feel about being 11-13, going 2-4 last week? Whole world's kind of whispering, does Delanie really have the 18th best gambler in Nashville?
I mean, I feel good right where I'm at, you know. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. It's the first quarter. It's time for me to put my motherfucking jogging shoes on.
Right. Take the grill out, put the jogging shoes on.
There you go.
Yeah.
You know, and get going, you know?
Do you attribute this past week to that lisp at all? Maybe a little bit?
You know what, man? You know, I was it was just an off day for the
Right.
NFL, not me.
Yeah. That's a good Josh
Yeah.
Pateism. But I don't want to take away from the beginning of the show because we all know who owns the beginning of our Locker Room show, Clay Matthews.
Oh, you brought us something today?
Nope, I did not bring anything today. I did not bring it today. I did
It's
bring.
Spooktober.
I brought the tools to open the cheese. We could do that
Today?
later. Yeah, I brought. We
Oh,
could
yeah.
open that.
There you go.
Brought the tools.
Yeah, I brought the tools to open the cheese.
I noticed you walked in with a coffee. What kind of coffee did you have this morning?
I don't know. I skipped breakfast today. I had my son's 4th grade devotion. I had to get there on time. A little hungry, a little thirsty. I went over there. Pumpkin spice. What did I have?
Latte.
Pumpkin spice latte. It was pretty good. It was a little feminine, but it was good.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with being a
Nothing
little
wrong
feminine.
with it.
But for someone who skipped breakfast, I really enjoyed it.
Caleb Williams won the last 2 games. He's got a little salt, a little sugar. You know, he paints his fingernails. So nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, nothing wrong with it.
Nothing
It was
wrong
good
with
though.
It is
Filled
the
up
fall.
my belly.
It is the fall. It's good to have a seasonal beverage.
Packers tying against the Cowboys?
That was
You want to
wild.
jump straight into that?
Buddy,
Let's talk about it.
we look dumb on ESPN. Me, you,
We didn't
Dan-
look dumb.
Dan
The
Orlovsky.
Packers look
Everyone's like,
dumb.
it's going to be a boat race.
Yeah, but we
Direct
don't look
quote from
dumb.
Dan
It should have
Orlovsky.
been a boat race.
Shoulda, but then we forgot about Dak Prescott.
And George Pickens.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
He went
Yeah.
off.
He went
Just
off.
and-
We needed
but
that.
also, what happened to the Packers defense?
Packers defense, clock management at the end, just missed opportunities. That's why you saw at the end of the game, you know, you saw Dak smiling and Dallas all happy because they knew they should not have won
Tie's
that
a
game.
win for them.
Yeah, absolutely.
that's a dub for them.
I've been a part of another tie in 2018 with the Packers, and we tied to the Vikings, and it feels like a loss when you're supposed to come out on top, especially when this was supposed to be, you know, Micah's revenge game. And you know, the Packers, they looked great on those first 2 series, but after that blocked PAT 2 points, Dallas just got it rolling after that.
You know Jerry Jones was happy.
I was just
Yeah.
saying that. He's sitting there
He had the
sleeping like, I
Viagra
made the
rolling
right
in the
decision.
fourth
Oh, yeah.
quarter.
He had a real sparks.
When he didn't play good against his team, he was like, I knew I made the perfect decision.
And then
getting rid of
Micah
that
being
guy.
as angry as he probably was, only getting 1 sack, and that's kind of like a.
And we'll
I mean,
take
there's
it.
no
We'll
garbage.
take it.
You take
We'll
them
take
always.
it.
You always take it.
Always take it. But you're right.
They add
Yeah.
up.
But
They add
you
up.
can say, hey, maybe Dak was looking to score right there. He saved the game. It's a good narrative for the pack. But
That is the problem with y'all defensive linemen, man.
Yeah.
You guys will take what you can get.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I played Myles Garrett his rookie year, and we ran like a shovel pass type of play where all I have to do is hinge block. I'm basically just blocking out. It's a very easy block. Someone messes up the play, and Marcus keeps the ball, and so Myles just kept running, and Marcus slid down. He just tapped him. He goes, appreciate it. You feel good about that?
Yeah, sack.
He's like, yeah, I do actually. That's on the stat sheet.
at the end of the day,
Take it every single time.
add it up.
So do you think Green Bay do not play well at home? Obviously, away they're playing terrible away.
Wait, are you? So what are you asking me? I'm sorry.
Do Green Bay played terrible away.
Do they play terrible away? I mean, they were 7-8-0 at AT&T Stadium. I thought they played well offensively. I think their defense just had a huge lapse, and they didn't. They gave up that turnover at the right before the first half ended. Gave up that touchdown. Obviously, the blocked PAT. I think there was opportunities for them to win the game, and they just didn't capitalize it. But I don't know. I mean, right now, I think the Packers are going to be fine. I just look at Detroit. And I go, you can't give up these games. All right, you give up a 12 o'clock to Cleveland, who's got number one defense. Okay, we'll give you that. But Detroit did not to Cleveland. They looked terrific. They're getting their legs.
Yeah.
And the Packers now are they even first in the division? Or would they be second now?
They'd
with
be
the
second.
tie?
They'd be second.
However it is, I'm just saying it's going to be an arms race with Detroit and the Packers. And we Packers cannot give up any
Where
more
they
games.
play at? Where is that game going to be played? Is it in Green Bay?
No, it'll be in Detroit.
In Detroit, they going.
Yeah, because Green Bay beat Detroit.
They did, yeah. And they look good. They look good.
Bar injury.
When is that?
Yeah.
Thanksgiving.
Okay, Packers got time.
Oh, Thanksgiving
Detroit's got
too.
time.
Oh,
that'll be a good game.
That's gonna be a good game.
It might be. Could just fall apart. Got to give a shout to Schottenheimer, though. The way he game planned Micah Parsons the entire game.
Yeah.
Ran away from him.
Yeah.
A lot of boots. Got the ball out quickly. Offensive line. Was it Tyler and Terrence? They both did a great job.
Yeah.
A lot of chip help. Like, they game planned Micah Parsons in a big
course.
way.
Yeah.
And they crushed it. I mean, Dak. No one expect. I mean,
Yeah.
Dak played the
Dak's
best game of his
playing
life.
great. He's playing great.
He's playing
Yeah.
pretty well.
That was incredible.
And I'm telling you,
to see.
if they can keep playing like that, and we look at this trade as a whole after all the dust has settled, it looks good for Dallas moving forward. Is all I'm going to say.
I mean, it
And
looks good
I-
for Green Bay too, though. Now.
But it's good for both teams. But obviously we're gonna have to see how this plays out in years from now with these draft picks.
Yeah,
but like
2-3
I
years
think it's
from
good for
now.
Green
Yeah.
Bay because they play with a lead a lot of the times, and you got your closer and Micah coming in getting these sacks. But I think it's good for both teams. We'll see how it plays out. I think it's too soon to say who benefits from it more, but it was a fun game as a fan to watch. That's all I'll say.
But when would he become an every down defensive
I don't think he
player?
should. I'd like to
Pay
see
him
him
$40
play
million?
about. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yes. You saw what he did in week 1, right?
Yeah.
He affected the game versus Detroit by coming in, sparingly and creating chaos. I think like every great pass rusher, there's a few exceptions. Buddy in Detroit, who I'm blanking on his name. Aiden.
But he
Shouldn't
play
forget
every
his
down.
name. That's what I'm
He
saying.
play every down.
Max Crosby.
Every
but there's-
down.
That's what
That's
his
what I'm
argument
saying.
right now.
Okay.
But there's others who I think if you keep them at 70% and you're rolling them in, they can play with a little bit more effort. And that's what Mike is all about. Disruption. I think it would
For
behoove
that amount
the
of
team.
money.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree, but I'm just saying I think he's.
Wouldn't that be
he's
a hell
best
of a deal
like
to get
that.
paid $40 million? But hey, we only want you to play
Third down.
65, 70% of snaps.
Yeah, you just.
We want you to play in the things you want to play in, which is third down.
I'm not saying like every third down, nickel, dime. I'm just saying maybe every third series, just give him a blow for about 2-3 plays, so he's feeling good. Just my thoughts.
How you feeling? How you guys feeling if you're in the Ravens building right now?
Oh my God.
You're in hell.
You're in hell right now. I mean, the L's they taking right now, what they won in 3,
Injuries.
Injuries. Lamar not looking like Lamar
Lamar's hurt.
now.
Lamar got a little
He's
hit.
out,
I
man.
think, honestly, Lamar was hurt before last game.
I know. I felt like it because he wasn't
Yeah.
getting out of the
He
pocket
wasn't there wasn't like an insane amount of there was some, we talked about
And when he's
Detroit.
out, it's like the acceleration you're used to seeing from him. It feels like it's not
Right.
Yeah.
not there.
So hopefully he can get healthy. Derek had
Man,
8 rushes.
They didn't even run with
They
Derek.
really didn't. They put Hill in the
I
whole
know.
game. It was wild.
He was getting off too, though.
Almost killed me in fantasy too. I had 4.2 points. That was really scary for a minute.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the Ravens right now. The defense
Injured.
injured.
6 of their 11 starters are injured.
I
I'm
know.
gonna say this though. I still think the Ravens win the division.
I don't know.
Dude,
I mean,
dude,
you
Hey,
saw-
Steelers looked
you saw
great.
the recipe.
Yeah.
You saw the recipe.
Steelers
with the
haven't
Steelers.
looked
Hey,
good, but they look great
Ravens
overseas.
got what? Texans this week, and then I think they got one other game, and then a bye week, and then they come back, and not until they play the Bills. Did they play? They already played the Bills. They got some game. I forget who it is.
Yeah.
But I think they got a chance to.
Yeah, but you like the Texans. You go on the FanDuel app. Texans are dogs by 1.5 points. It's a pick 'em because they know like the defensive
Well, I'm saying
line's
they
crazy. You got-
might-
If Cooper rushes your starter, not Lamar Jackson, which is probably going to be,
Yep.
you're missing 6 out of your 11 starters.
They might be 2-4 or 1-5 at the bye. Is all I'm saying. But after that, I think they got a.
After that, bro, you.
Well,
you
I'm
got-
just saying. Look at the division. Cleveland's
Steelers
not
are
going to be at the top.
3-1 right
I
now.
know. I know.
But
They
Steelers-
look good. They ruined
look
my
good.
Vikings pick. A-Rod still slinging it. They had a run game. Defense just creating turnovers. Everything we said they couldn't do, they're doing.
Right.
But I'm just.
$79 million put in that defense.
I mean, Minnesota.
They
You
showed
gotta
showed up.
assume
They
if
showed up
one-
last week,
If
though.
one team's going to figure it out,
shit
if the
the
Ravens
bed.
are 1-5 or 1-6 at the bye, or you say, oh, the Steelers defense can eventually figure it out. I'm going to go with the Steelers defense is eventually going to figure it out because
With
all
the
Steelers
one-loss
do is like,
record.
hey, establish a run game and use your play action. If you can rush for over 75 yards a game, you're going to be successful because you got those safeties coming out and everyone's backing up. A-Rod, you just said it, can sling it. DK found
DK.
himself a little separation. Will Compton was critical on that. I agreed with him too. So it seems like
So are we all in on Pittsburgh? Is that what we're saying?
well, I think,
AFC North?
on
No,
our,
no,
on
no,
our,
I'm not
our
saying
preview show.
Yeah,
our
preseason
futures,
we had I had Steelers. We had Steelers winning.
had Steelers.
I had the
4,000?
Ravens.
Oh yeah,
A-Rod
yeah,
4,000?
I don't
You
know.
can
If
get there?
I don't know if A-Rod will get 4,000.
It
I
might.
mean, if you
It might.
get that with DK every week, maybe.
I will say this: your AFC West pick is looking decent.
Chiefs.
It's looking decent. If you look at
2-2.
Raiders, they have a lot more issues. Quarterbacks turn the ball over quite a bit. You got the Chargers, who are sitting at the top of that division, but they're on their 3rd and 4th tackles right now.
Yeah.
The amount of pressures that they're giving up.
20 plus pressures in the
Yeah.
last game.
It's actually a
Insane.
great opportunity to jump into our
Everybody blitzing their
Commanders
ass, boy.
Chargers game if you guys want to.
Let's do it.
Commanders Chargers.
Commanders,
Start there.
Chargers.
Commanders Chargers. Chargers are favored at 2.5. This game is in LA, by the way. Total points in that game is 48.5 points. This is where the fear comes in for me with the Commanders or with the Chargers is like the amount of pressures and the amount of hits you're giving up on Herbert is just, it's a lot, man. I think they're number 1 in the league in pressures given up. They give up 50 in the last 2 games.
And Washington
50
has
pressures.
a good front seven.
They have a
Yeah,
good
they
front
do.
7. The question for me is like, who's your quarterback? Is it Jaden Daniels?
Right.
Is he coming back and playing? Because with Jaden Daniels, they're averaging 19.5 points per game. With Marcus Mariota at the helm, 34 points per game. So what's your
That might be skewed a little
sample
bit
size?
with those
2 and
sample
2.
size
Sample
kind of
size
small.
2 and 2.
But, okay, one played the Packers, and I'm not sure who they played in week 1, but I think Jaden Daniels
Giants.
gives. Okay, it was a divisional game. Those are always
Divisional
tough. You know
game,
that.
always
You know
tough.
that. Hey, I'm just saying, Mariota's done a good job bridging the gap, but I think you have a better chance with Jaden in there.
Maybe long term.
I mean, I think Jaden.
I think
gonna
either
come-
one.
Yeah.
I think either
can
one.
play.
Either one can operate that offense exactly the way Daniel
But
wants it to
Jaden-
be operated.
Jaden is the man right now. We know that.
I'm just saying the numbers are right here.
I mean, we all love Marcus. Don't get me wrong, but Jaden is coming back. He's going to be the starter.
There's no doubt. I mean,
So
he's a stud. But
So who you got then?
Who you
If is this one of those if Jaden plays?
I'm going Chargers. You know, I'm
Okay,
going
all
against
right.
Jim
So just
Harbaugh.
skip that.
yeah, he was a coach. You were a
Yeah,
coach.
I'm going to go against
Chargers.
Jim Harbaugh or, the top 5 quarterback in the league right now. I just don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
It's just what it is.
I'm going with the Chargers too. I just look at how the Commanders played against who was it? The Falcons last week. They made Penix, who has not played incredibly well, look amazing. 300 plus yards, however many touchdowns. Then you got Herbert. If they can, and obviously you hear Harbaugh after the game talk about we need to protect him a little bit
Yeah.
more. They're going to scheme something in because that O-line film was trash last week for them. But obviously they didn't expect to lose all, as early as they did. So if they can protect him, but even though he's pressured 20 times, he only got sacked twice. So I'm
Twice.
saying Herbert can still make plays moving
On his
around the
feet,
pocket.
yeah.
But give me the Chargers back at home, game plan and some protection for them on a leaky Commanders defense.
Yeah, when Herbert's pressured, he was 5 for 19. He's got 26.3% completion rating when he's pressured.
Lad McConkey out there dropping balls.
Lad
Dropping
McConkey's
balls,
dropping
which
balls.
is not-
The Chargers offensive line is
that
giving
don't
up the
happen
most
often.
pressures, and the Commanders are putting up the third most pressures in the NFL. I think they're going to put them in a bit of a situation. When your tackles go down, so does your run game.
Yeah.
Lad McConkey dropping balls. I like the Commanders with the points in this game. I'm taking the Commanders with the points. I like them.
What was those points again? I'm sorry.
2.5 field goal
2.5.
game. I'm going Commanders too. They run the ball well. I don't, whether it's Jade, whether it's Marcus, I think they'll both play well, and they do have a run game. And a lot of chunk plays that they did have last week against the Falcons, they're getting called back because of offensive penalties.
Yep.
So you got to fix the discipline on that end. Then when you look at defensively, this is one of the better run defenses, and they can get after the passer a little bit. But run defensively, they had 11 missed tackles. I think that's more of a product of Bijan Robinson being an absolute stud. I do think Hampton's a very good running back, but that's
But it
something
ain't
that
the
they'll be
same.
looking at. You can't have 11 missed tackles because a couple of them go for a touchdown. And I just think I think the Chargers offensive line's struggling. If you watch the right guard, I mean, Buddy's stiff. When you get the TEs going on and everything else, he can't turn very well. It looks like my wife in her third trimester. I think they pick on him a little bit. I think they can get after him a little bit, especially rushing 4. I like the Commanders here in a close game. I like them with 2.5. I know it's a field goal game. I think that's what it's going to come down to. But give me the Commanders.
Split.
On the road in LA. That's the only thing that kind of worries me.
lit.
And it's lit right now.
And I think, this game's so close. If Joe Alt doesn't have a high ankle sprain or whatever he does have, I think I start leaning towards the Chargers.
Wait, so
can
Joe
have-
not playing?
No,
He's out.
Joe's out.
Bro, their
Rashawn
offensive
Slater's
line
out.
truly
Yeah.
is.
Starting right
You go
guard.
back and
I always
watch that
forget his
film.
name.
I mean, it was
Mekhi
a feast for the
Becton,
D-line.
he's out. Like,
And the Chargers don't really, you have to blitz if they're going to rush the passer. They can't really get home that well with 4. Washington is a little inconsistent
Yeah.
with their pass
Pick
blocking,
up.
but again, I feel like the Chargers don't initiate a whole lot of pass rush with their front 4.
they're a very stout defense. There's
Yeah,
no doubt
yeah,
about it.
yeah.
The Commanders are going to have their hands full with that just
Yeah,
with
with
their
that
defense.
defense for sure.
But it's like, if you have no operation on offense.
Yeah, that sucks. Just having Joe out too. But I'm still gonna go with the Chargers.
Oh, Marion, hey, he ran for over 100.
Yeah, he
did.
He's averaging over the
Yeah,
last
he
2
did.
games 100 yards.
They
Touchdowns
need it.
as well as the lead back now with Najee going out. So that's why I have to assume.
But they need to run the ball more, bro. They had
don't.
They had
How
like
many times
50,
they run it last?
53 plays on offense and only 12.
12.
What was the
in
score? I mean,
Hampton.
they're playing from behind.
21.
Yeah, but
18.
still, even when they're starting drives, like they just need to run
They're
the
playing
ball
from
more.
behind, but they're not playing from
I got you.
multiple
Way
touchdowns.
behind,
It's
yeah.
like, you got the arm
All
talent
right.
with Herbert behind, and so they're just leaning on him. It's like, bro, run the ball. You have a hell of a running back.
It was very interesting. Like in the first game of the year in Brazil against the Chiefs, everyone's like, "Hey, the Chargers are going to run it. They're going to run it." It seemed like the Chiefs planned for that as well, and then they threw it all over the yard. It's like, oh, what a good curveball to throw at them. And then the next game, same thing.
Same thing.
Next game, same thing. It's like, hey, Harbaugh, like you
Run
run
the
the
ball.
ball. But if you're on your 8th and 9th offensive lineman, like you only keep 9. So I mean, sometimes just 8. Like you're starting to dip in. You're bringing up guys off practice squad. You're finding guys on other teams, bringing them over, and knowing like one more guy goes down, you have a dude was sitting on the couch a week ago.
Yeah.
Chiefs sitting pretty right now.
Chiefs sitting pretty right now.
They are.
2-2.
I mean, yeah.
Bro, I'm telling you, yeah. Like
Broncos.
That's the Chiefs, though. That's the Chiefs.
Yeah,
though.
Broncos.
That's all it took for them
Broncos.
was that one game against the Ravens where it's
got
like,
Broncos,
oh, okay.
too.
Yeah,
Doesn't
we
matter if they're
Broncos.
hurt or not. Look what they
Figure it
did.
out. Yeah.
Willie, let me talk to you about Michelob Ultra real quick. They came to us with this awesome idea. It's called Play for an Ultra. It's all about those fun little like competitions between friends that the winner gets an Ultra.
Bragging rights. Let's show them a quick example. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Just one, just for the glory, just for the ultra.
Got it.
1, 2, 3, shoot. I can win. I beat you. That's 2. I'm 2-0 on you right now. That's 2 Michelob Ultras for you. But that's the theme. That's the reason why you do it. It's
Yeah, it's
bragging
fun.
rights. Yeah, fun.
It's a fun time.
Yeah.
It's
fun for you,
Get the
Will.
superiority complex going.
Yeah, Superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. Yeah.
Let's talk about the 0-4 Tennessee Titans at the Arizona
Yes.
Cardinals, 2-2
Wow.
this week. We do have a watch party at the Brooklyn Bowl this Sunday. Join us, have some laughs, have some fun, maybe enjoy. Maybe we build some camaraderie over some pain going on with Tennessee right now. I personally don't know why we're talking about. There's somebody in the comments last week, like, why are we talking about? I forget what the bad game was that we were talking about. It's
Bengals, probably.
Yeah,
The
probably the-
Bengals, Minnesota.
Jets, Miami.
No, Bengals played the Broncos.
That was 2 weeks ago.
Maybe
It was
Jets.
the Bengals, Minnesota, because
Might
both
have been Jets,
quarterbacks
Miami.
was hurt,
Jets,
and we like, why are we picking this game? Because both.
But last
quarterbacks
week
is
we
hurt.
had the Rams Colts happening, and we didn't even talk about that game. And by the way, I'm
I
not here to
know.
throw anybody under the
I
bus.
know.
Jeremy Clump does pick our games.
Clump, is that you or are you the Clumps?
And I see the list this week, and I'm like, yeah, that's why somebody in the comments is like, why are you guys talking about that? I feel the same way about this one.
No, I know. I saw
Yeah.
that. I saw this. I said,
We're doing a watch party. Club wanted to stir a little something so we can clip something up. Be like, by the way, we're doing a watch party. By the way, we're doing a watch party at the Brooklyn Bowl to watch the 0-4 Titans versus the 2-2 Cardinals in Arizona.
okay.
That's why we put this on the show.
Okay.
Okay, so what's your opinion on the Titans?
Let me ask you.
I'll give you my opinion.
The question-
Under 41 and a half.
No, I'm asking about the organization.
I love that pick. That is the
That
pick of
is
this
a good
game.
pick. That is a good pick.
That's a good pick. The question when it comes to this is like, what do I care more about? Making the Titans feel good about me picking them or my record?
I'm
next
not gonna
Wednesday?
pick the Titans. Plain and simple. I'm just asking like,
He's asking about the organization.
Oh, we had this conversation on the bus. It's tough right now. It's hard. I mean, you could tell there's not a lot of hope in that building. From a personnel standpoint, they're not very competitive. They probably lack the most talent of any team in the NFL right now. They're 32 out of 32. Situationally, not great. They've proven that 4 weeks in a row. Not a competitive game plan.
How do they turn it around? How do they turn? This is what I want to know. Everybody either blames ownership, Amy Adams Strunk, the head coach, Cam Ward. Where does the blame lie? And how do you turn it around? Rather than just yeah, they suck. They scored 0 points, gave up play, whatever it is. Like how do they turn it around? Because this is probably the lowest in 27 years, would you say? However long.
oh yeah, they haven't
we
been
got
this bad
two- we
since
got two.
2005.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's why I want to ask you
Since
guys who have been in the
2005.
building who understand.
2014.
No, 2005. This is the worst. We haven't been 0-4 since 2005.
That makes me feel better.
So look, I don't believe it's Amy. I'm gonna just be honest with you. I believe Amy came in and changed the organization straight up. Before Amy got there, you should have saw how the facility was. You should have saw how the organization was ran before she came. She came and brought money and turned the organization around. We got better. Now, when it comes to the coaches, it's like, who are we hiring? Are we hiring buddies? Good coaches or friends that's gonna be like a yes man, believe whatever the head coach saying, don't argue with them? What type of coaches do they have on the staff? Because at the end of the day, a head coach depends on his coaching staff. And when the coaching staff let you down, you take the blame. Because he gave up the offensive coordinating play calling sheet, but it didn't seem no different. I don't know who the offensive coordinator is now. Jack, what's his name?
There's a quarterback coach calling plays, I think.
What's the offensive coordinator? Yeah. You know, like I said, I'm locked in with the Titans and everything they doing. You know, I'm outside watching, so I can't speak on what's happening in the facility. But if y'all look at some of them play calls from last week, like a double reverse, you ain't even get the run game going. Then try to do a double pass and throw it back to Cam, but you still ain't got the running game going. Like it was just some of those play callings were questionable, and I don't believe it's on the head coach. I believe it's on the coaching staff around him. Are you pushing your guys? Are you challenging them? Are you holding them accountable? What is really happening in the locker room?
So keep Callahan and get rid of all and get.
I didn't say that.
I'm just trying to get to the bottom of it. I
saying a
know,
lot of
hey,
things,
you're in
right?
bed with the Titans, so I'm just, maybe we should go to Willie C over here and just, who can just tell it how it is and doesn't feel like, he's going to hurt feelings over there at Titans Ave,
Titans half.
whatever the address is.
I think if they don't have any life, you got to blow it all up. I think you got to blow it. It's like
Like the Joker.
yeah, like what kind of expectation are you going to have, like as an organization? Like, are we going to be patient with the head coach for another year because they got Cam Ward, when he's like his start as a head coach has it been the worst?
It's just as bad. He's one game away from being just as bad as Ken was not. I think he's
Yeah.
3-19 now.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yep.
Which might even go across the league as well.
No,
Yeah,
definitely. Yes.
Like, look, Coach Callahan, friend of the show, but we all know what this business is. Like, you don't put any results out there on the field. Like, you got people questioning if guys are even fighting during practice, if guys are even wanting it at practice.
Yeah.
Like, it's an absolute disaster right now in Tennessee.
Yeah, I agree with everything you just said. Callahan, friend of the show, great guy, fan of the show.
Ex-friend of the show after what
No,
you said?
I don't think he's ex-friend of the show. Like, I like him as a person. I think he's proven what a head coach should do is situational football, putting your guys in position to win. He hasn't done that. And it's a results-based league. And NFL stands for not for long, just for the players. If you don't put results as a coach, you're also not going to be there for long. So I think it's bad. I don't think it's going to get a whole lot better. When you talk about the reverses and the double passes, to me, that's like we have nothing. We can't run the ball. We can't throw it down the field. Like, let's try to get a spark in a sneaky way. I mean, don't be surprised if they run an onside kick against the Cardinals. Maybe to open the game type of thing. You can't even do that with the new kickoff rule. It's ridiculous. Yeah, like fake punt, something there's so much desperation taking place in Nashville, Tennessee when it revolves around the Tennessee Titans that like, yeah, if I'm Amy, who I do blame for this, is a person that like, listen, if you are the owner of a team and you have a fan base, which my pulse of the fan base is Garrett and Jack, and I see their moods and their attitudes, and I just think to myself, if they're feeling this way, then I assume all the real Titans fans are also feeling the same way. If I'm Amy, when I inevitably do get rid of Callahan, I'm not putting some sort of like one-sheeter lawyer, hey, we appreciate everything Callahan has done for us, blah, blah. It's like essentially a video of her being like, I failed you guys. And the city of Tennessee deserves better. And I'll do a better job of sifting through the coaching cycle and figuring out the right person. But the fans of Tennessee deserve better than this. You do that, I think the fan base goes, oh, she actually does care. Because a lot of the feeling around Nashville is Amy doesn't give a shit about this team.
I'm going to be honest with you. Name one fucking owner, billionaire, that goes out and apologizes to the fans about a coach that they picked up.
It's a new age of football.
It ain't happening.
I don't disagree with you that it's not happening.
Yeah.
I think if you want this age we're living in where everyone has access to so much and people have they can humanize you when they see you as opposed to reading a sheet of paper. If I'm the owner, if I'm in her camp, I'd be like, hey, this is something you should really consider. Because you have a lot of people in Nashville that want to believe in you, however, do not right now.
But honestly, I know what the situation is. She pays someone to do that. Like
No doubt.
she writes it, she pays this one guy who pretty much does everything, and he goes out and he reads all of that stuff. She don't want to be in front of the TV. That ain't her thing. She like, I want to be in the back. Like, I want all the glory when it comes to me, but when the bad stuff happens, I don't want to be a part of it. And I understand. She's...
Buddy, but what you're basically explaining is poor leadership.
It ain't on her, man. I feel like she wasn't the one picked the coach. It was the GMs who picked the coach.
But either way, the people up top got out. Look at what Vrabel, they're 2-2 in New England. That game circle when...
shot 42. Patriots shot 42.
Yeah. Yeah.
And also, you're talking about, like, she didn't pick the coach. Well, she picked the guy who picked the coach.
You're right.
And you're talking about the GM. The GM was fired after they picked that coach. So it's like...
So who you think going to get fired this year?
I mean, I would assume, if it keeps going this way, that the coaching staff gets fired.
There you go. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah. But it's like, we're talking about what do you do to preserve and protect
right now,
Nashville, Tennessee, which should be your number one goal besides winning games. Like you want to win games. You want to be a competitor. You want to be a team that people look at in your schedule and go, we got to worry about the Titans because they're X, Y, and Z. This is their identity. The next thing you need to focus on is the people that are essentially making you money every single year, and that's the fans. And if you're not taking the fans into account at all times, then you're going to lose this organization.
Because the fans are going to be the ones who shows up to that new stadium.
That's true. That is so true. But if you look at it, we've been here before. We've been here before, Taylor.
We have.
Fans are up and down in Tennessee.
There's no doubt. But
D, you're saying it's not, are you saying, like, to me, it's justified, all of these question marks that are happening with ownership, with coaches, everything. Because no matter how you felt about Vrabel, whether you thought it was the right or wrong call, whatever it was, like, you still have winning seasons happening, except what was the last one?
The last season
they didn't have.
The last two was kind of shaky.
The talent level got a whole lot worse than that.
It got worse.
Season. Yeah.
It got worse. But that's Vrabel, because Vrabel like to find guys and like build them up.
The Patriots way.
The Patriots way. That's Vrabel doing. He loves that because he loves to find a guy who's not really there, but he know he can coach him and get him to that level. That's Vrabel. Vrabel loves that. He loves turning good players into great players. That's his whole MO.
I think the thing you're having a difficult time with is being critical of a team you played for a long time that you did so much for and that you care about.
No, I'm critical. I don't believe it's Amy. That's my whole
Buddy, if
thing.
You own the team, just like being a quarterback, when you win, it's on you. When you lose, it's on you. And if you're the owner of a team, when you win, we should all be praising Amy and her ability to hire and establish an organization And when they lose, that does inevitably fall on you. That's the reality. But like we need to have, if we're just focusing on the Titans, like you need to care about the fans.
Man, I sit back and think about when I was with the 49ers, that never happened like with the owners. They never, when we were sorry, the owners, no one talked about firing the owners, get rid of the owners.
The 49ers have been around since football was football. The Titans came in, what, 97, 98?
You got to remember, they was the Oilers before that.
Right, that was in Houston, and they came to Nashville. So you have all these fans that are like, we don't have a whole lot. Oh, what are these Titans about? Okay, they're really good right now. We'll like them. Like, you're not going to have a foundational generations of kids waiting, like being born, be like, oh, we're 49ers fans, we're this. No one's waking up being a Titans fan, other than a small 5%.
Well, that's why in my mind, I feel like, you know, whatever people say about the owner, it doesn't matter to her. Because regardless, it's going to be fans. Regardless, if fans are going to buy into the Titans every year. Every year we're gonna say, oh, we're gonna go to the Super Bowl. We got these type of players. The fans come. Hey man, we look good until you start playing games. And then once you start playing games, that's when the fans start chirping. Oh, we're not good. Fired. Amy needs to sell the team.
You've been hurt. You've been hurt too much.
No, I have not been hurt. I've been on multiple teams. I know how this plays out. It's just the fact of we can't blame Amy for this.
Well, I think no matter what the product that's on the field right now, fans aren't dumb. Like a lot of politics have been played, and now all the politicking has gotten us to this point. Right. Here in Tennessee.
True. All that being said, give me the under.
Yeah, we just spent a lot of time on this bullshit ass game.
Yeah.
You think so, G?
He said, hell yeah.
What'd he say?
They're winning. He said Titans
You
winning.
got a few fans out there still.
Yeah, there's
that's what I'm saying.
The two number one Titans fans right there.
That answers my question right there.
Those are the fans.
We have loyal fans out here.
We do. They're sitting right. They're all here.
Yeah.
You want to keep it negative and talk about the Cardinals and Kyler Murray, or should we move on?
Wait, you taking the Cardinals?
Oh,
Yeah,
we're getting the move on. We're getting the move on.
Okay. All right.
Broncos are
He's
at
got the
Eagles.
Cardinals.
I'm gonna take the under.
I got the
taking
Cardinals.
under.
Give your picks real quick.
Under.
Oh, I didn't even.
Under 41.5.
Oh, that money line's.
That's Titans money line. You can't go Cardinals money line.
You
Cardinals
can't,
are favored.
Oh, yeah, no, I don't like that. All right, give me the Cardinals to cover.
All right, let's talk about a real game here. We got Broncos at the Eagles. Eagles favored at home, 4.5 points. Over under on this game, 43.5 points. Who wants to kick it off?
Boy, something's not right about these Eagles.
Something's not
Hey,
right.
They're 4-0.
They
There's
fighters.
something not right. Yeah, they do have the moxie.
They had that moxie.
They're the Super Bowl champions until they show us otherwise. But the product they're putting on the field to me seems like they're trying not to win games. They're trying to not lose them, if that made sense, however I said that. Now, they started this game off the opposite of what happened against the Rams. Came out like gangbusters, blocked punt. Jalen Hurts was like, 8 for 9 against pressures, 2 TDs, even if they were little softball underhanders. But the tush-push variations, incredible, by the way. Loved
Keep it?
Yeah.
Keep it.
Keep it. Keep it.
But, you look at Saquon, hasn't really had the success he had last year, yards per carry. A.J. Brown, here we go again. The penalties. I don't know. All that being said, I like the Broncos. In this game. I know I've in the Eagles games we picked, I've been all in. I got them going to the Super Bowl, but I love the Broncos defense. They're tied for second, averaging 16 yards a game. Their rush yards, J.K. Dobbins, fifth, one of the best O-lines, top 5 roster, and Bo Nix. I know I've been critical of some of his throws and whatnot, but you got to understand the demand that Sean Payton's putting on him in only his second year. I think they continue to ascend. If it weren't for those, the Indianapolis game where I think there was a bad turnover, late field goal.
It was a penalty.
Then same with that amazing throw by Herbert under pressure. I think they're a good team, and I like the Broncos to win this game.
To win. Money line.
You taking money line?
I'm taking money line.
I do.
That's plus 168 odds.
I do like your pick. I like it because the last thing I watched before I won this show is A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith walking into the locker room after they beat the Bucs, and the level of depression you see on their face. 0 enthusiasm.
Yards.
You go back and watch all. A.J. Brown was targeted 9 times in the Tampa Bay game. Watch where those throws go. A lot of them are. I think 7 of 9 of those were uncatchable. I think there's a boiling point happening right now with the Eagles. We've talked about it. Saquon Barkley isn't having the numbers. The creativity in the run game isn't as good as it could be. They're not attacking the perimeter with pin pull techniques they used with very athletic tackles in the past. It seems like the Broncos defense, they're firing on all cylinders. Their pressure, their number one in pressure was Benito.
Nick
Nick Benito. He's awesome. They have 74 pressures this year, which I don't think is going to mean a whole lot in this game because the Eagles don't throw a lot. But I do like Bo Nix and Sean Payton. Sean Payton's 30-30 in his career in September. Like, that's his worst record is the month of September because he brings this extremely complex playbook. He's got more turnover every single year. You have guys that need to learn it. And as I get into the year, they understand the nuances of everything. Bo Nix is the perfect quarterback for that. You watch his throws when he's throwing into the flat. He gives it out to his running backs or the tight ends in front of them. So they're going forward when they're catching the ball. He is starting to understand the game at a whole new level. And it's because of Sean Payton always. That defense, the way they're able to operate on offense, I see this being a breaking point for the Eagles where we're going to have a lot of fun clips, a lot of fun tweets from that wide receiver room when this game's over. I got the Broncos money line as well.
As long as you don't see a whole lot of penalties from the Broncos offense to kind of set themselves in bad situations. I like the Broncos a lot this game. If you watch them in Tampa Bay had a great game schematically, defensively, with a lot mixing in 5-man fronts, 6-man fronts to stop the run game of Saquon. You'll see Denver do that as well. And, nothing against my big man, the big boy Vita Vea, but you got him trying to chase down Jalen Hurts because Jalen's going to have to make plays with his legs like he has in these first few games. I just think the Broncos have a much better defensive line. They got speed, guys get him to the ground. They're going to have to stay disciplined in the rush lanes. They'll be playing a lot of good, man-to-man, or you bracket or double the star on some of these third down situations where you attack A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith. I like the Broncos in this game. Their defense is very good. And again, it's like there's something. And you can't quite talk about it yet until the Eagles lose a game. But there's something going on there. There's something happening. I mean, you put up, 0 passing yards, 0 completions in the second half. They're going to have to win throwing the football, and that's where I like this front of the Denver Broncos because, again, they got a lot more speed than our big boy Vita Vea trying to chase down Jalen Hurts, in the backfield.
Give a lot of credit to Baker Mayfield as well. He was put in another position to have another game-winning 2-minute drive.
He was. He had that one pick in the end zone. They had a block punt early in the game, but Buccaneers, they were playing very salty on defense. Just Jalen makes a few plays with his legs, which again, he understands how to take care of the football and win in those situations. He's done an incredible job of it. I just like this defensive front more for Denver.
I'd like to say I'd go on record too. If the Eagles win this game, I'm done doubting the Eagles. Because I feel like every week I catch myself when I'm studying for games, and the Eagles happen to always be on our list because they're a really good team. They end up playing really good teams. And it's something about them. They're going to fail. And then they just don't. And if they beat the Broncos, they cover in this game, I'm done. I won't even do any homework on it from now on. I'll just say, hey, Eagles.
I think there's still, it's all still fair. But I think we need to start leaning more into Nick Sirianni being a hell of a head coach.
I was just about to say.
Somebody who can manage and operate an entire roster, a lot of shit going on. Big Dom's taking trips every day going to people's houses.
He's putting out fires left
and
right.
Putting out fires.
Yeah. Because even if they win this game, they're still, even look at a couple years ago, would they start off 10-0? 10-1 or something like that, and then they just dropped all.
Dropped a bunch of them. That's because the poison, the rat poison, the rat poison kind of creeped into that whole thing. Sirianni, man, you want to see a game this past year that you're like, okay, that's how you know you have a hell of a coaching staff. It's the Rams game. Being down three scores, coming out of halftime, keeping the team you're playing against at the same score, and being able to beat them, in ultimate different ways. You block 2 different field goals, your defense steps up in a big way against Matthew Stafford. That's Sirianni and his the pulse he has and the culture he has in that team. That being said, give me the Broncos money line.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Eagles just because I feel like their defense has been keeping them in games. Obviously, they're a team that fights in the third and the fourth quarter. We've been seeing it. They've been down, and then they somehow, some way finish the game on top, winning. And that's what makes them the Eagles Super Bowl champs. Jalen Hurts, MVP run this year. I know y'all don't want to believe it, but I'm telling you, the dude is winning games, and he's not doing it with a pretty fashion. He's doing it pretty much on his all
they're
himself.
29th in the NFL through the year.
Yeah, it's terrible.
They're the last 3
games.
It's
usually you're saying MVP caliber season.
He still got MVP caliber season because he's winning games.
It's
all about when you're winning games,
offense.
man. I'm telling you, it's all about winning games, and he's still winning games with AJ not having catches, D. Smith not having catches. Barkley not running the ball well, but they still winning the games. They 4-0. Look at it. I'm telling you. Just
Well, what's an MVP? What's MVP stand for?
most valuable player. He's the most valuable player on
They have the
that
most
team.
valuable
He's
team.
the most valuable team.
Most valuable roster
Most valuable roster.
is the Eagles.
Like, I'm not a Jalen Hurts hater. At least I'm trying not to be.
I know.
But buddy, like
Y'all told me
you
he
put a
was.
lot of other quarterbacks in that situation. I don't think we're having these question marks.
Top 5 quarterbacks right now: Baker, Daniel Jones, Matthew Stafford, Josh Allen, Jalen Hurts.
No, Justin Herbert.
Okay, well, that's what I'm saying.
What's his MVP season?
No, that's his list.
That's my list.
That's his list.
Okay.
You didn't see my I was frowning. You ain't
frowned?
got Jalen Hurts in there? Like, come on.
No.
No.
He asked. He goes, Jalen Hurts. He goes, Herbert.
Oh well, because that was his last spot. I'm giving Justin Herbert.
Okay, give me
his
your top
last
5
spot.
then.
What's your top 5?
I don't really care about that shit. I'm just telling Jalen Hurts. I'm just giving y'all my opinion. But I'm taking the Eagles.
I don't really care about all that. I'm just giving y'all my
I'm talking
opinion.
about throwing an MVP out to a quarterback. Like, all right, well,
Top 5.
who's he? Is he the number one quarterback? Is he the number one quarterback in the NFL?
Right now, Justin is, but they have
Justin.
Jalen Hurts is tied for 6th in MVP odds according to FanDuel.
Okay,
And
so maybe he's 6.
It'll
Maybe
move
not
up.
top 5.
Maybe
Maybe
he's
tied for
6.
six.
It'll
Tied
move
for
up.
six. Could be
Just
7
wait.
too.
It'll move up.
Hey, I will say a little nugget though. The Eagles have won. This is at the link. They've won 13 straight home games and have covered the last 3. Just something to think about.
It is.
I'm sticking with the Broncos.
It's a good
Hey,
You
stat.
trying to tell me that stat to switch my pick?
This is in favor of the Eagles, so you should.
No, anytime you give me
Delaney
a
playing
favorite,
5
yeah,
chess.
I swear to
anytime
God, you
give
need
me
to
a
be
favorite,
studied.
I'll be like, I want to switch that
Yeah, made me
shit.
switch my pick.
I hate those stats, man, because it just messes everything
I mean, that's
up.
a stat. That's not a. Hey, Patriots are 56 and 42 at home when the weather's 65 degrees. Like this is a.
Where's your
like a
notebook
pretty,
at, man?
It's right here.
Crack it open.
Yeah, crack it open. Give some people some data, man.
I don't have, I'd stop. The data been crushing me, bro. I was good the first year.
Because you look at that data and you go, I don't like it.
I don't like it. Yeah, I don't like it. But I'm still
13
going
and 0
Eagles.
at home
Yeah.
against the spread.
And then that's when they take an L because he just fucking
Oh, 'cause
said
it was
it.
I
out
said
of
it.
the universe?
My bad. My bad.
I will say this: last week in college football, 2 teams had the longest home win streak.
And
that
took
was
an
the
L.
Washington and Georgia, and they lost.
Yeah, I don't like the. And you said the stat, didn't you?
Yeah.
I
He
probably
thought
did.
it.
Probably
He
did.
thought it.
Probably did.
I see. I noticed that, but no. To the Eagles lose, I got to ride with the
Yeah,
Eagles.
that makes sense.
That's just how
I get it.
that's
That,
just
that
how
does
I
make
go.
sense.
good.
So you got Eagles money line?
No, they favored.
We interrupt this episode to bring you Form Energy. Form Energy delivers best-in-class taste with natural flavors and zero sugar. Form Energy has natural caffeine derived from green tea and comes in a variety of flavors like Screamin' Freedom, Grape Smash, Blue Blitz, Orange Fury. In the theme of Spooktober, rocking with the orange here. Perfect for those who put in the work. And for the person who wakes up in the morning, gets a workout in, puts in a full day of work, and still gives it their all when they come home, that is a Form Energy player right there. Form Energy, we do the work. Let's go to an old friend of ours, and also friends of the show. Patriots at the Bills.
Ooh.
Bills favored by 8.5 here. Over under on this game, 50.5. I gotta tell you, I kind of like the Patriots.
Money
I see
line
why
or
you like the
covering?
Patriots. 42 points on the Panthers. Josh
yeah.
Allen against Miami a couple weeks ago on Thursday Night Football.
Yeah.
They don't cover there.
Yeah.
But the Bills have also scored 40 points in all of their games. Like they are killing people.
Outside of the
Defense-
Jets.
Sorry, 30 points, 30 plus points in all
Outside
their
of the
games.
Jets, because the Jets, that was a ass whooping. But outside the Jets, the majority of those points don't come until the second half.
Yeah.
True.
And I like Old Vrabel putting together a 60-minute ball game right here. With
I like
8.5
it too.
points too, Drake Mayhew's dishing it around a little bit. They got some life out there in New England.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't played the toughest opponents in the first 4. You're right, they're
Good special teams
2-2.
program there.
Yeah, this will come down to some special teams play, stop the run, which they do. They're top 5 in the league at stopping the run.
Right.
Not very good at defending the pass, but they're top 5 in the league. You got to stop the run. You got to take care of the football, control the clock a little bit. Special teams playing a big factor. I love a good Vrabel culture cover right here.
Vrabel culture cover 2020. Tennessee Titans are supposed to play the Steelers. COVID hits, a bunch of guys. They end up saying, hey, this actually counts as your bye week now. You're not playing the Steelers anymore. You're going to play the Buffalo Bills on Tuesday.
What?
Kill this all. This is our bye week now.
This is our bye
lying.
week. So
This
we were in the
really
middle
happened?
of practicing and not practicing. And they're like, hey, by the way, this is going to be your bye week. NFL
During
calls
COVID.
us. You guys get your workouts on your own. We go in for a Saturday. Mike Vrabel has one meeting. We're all in masks, 15 feet apart, whatever it was. Everyone's triple boosted. And he starts talking about Josh Allen. When you get him to roll this way, it's a touchdown. You get him to roll the other way, it becomes an incomplete pass or 5 yards. Don't let him roll this way. That's not Mike Vrabel, that's John Stryker. And because of John Stryker, I believe the Patriots cover this game. They have an understanding
you talking
against these
about
elite
stretch?
stretch.
Yeah.
They have an elite way of finding weaknesses in elite football players. Lamar Jackson, figuring out a way to get him run east to west, 2019 division.
Throw outside the numbers.
Throw outside
the numbers.
Take care of the middle of the field, have them throw outside the numbers. Like, talent-wise, yeah, the Bills are better. On probably in every single category. Coaching-wise, though, being able to cover 8.5, I'll take Mike Vrabel every single time.
Wait, so Stretch is there?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, shit.
Stretch was at the Rams last year. The minute I heard Vrabel got the Patriots job, I didn't text Vrabel. I texted Stretch, said, congrats on the New England job. And he's like, what are you talking about? I'm still at the Rams. Like, a week later, John Stryker.
Up there. Oh, of course.
Flew in there in February.
That's his guy.
By the way, we whooped the Bills.
Oh, yeah, we beat their ass.
The
forgot
Bills,
that
did they have
Like-
Josh Allen?
Like 42,
Of course they
yeah.
did.
2 picks.
Yeah.
I saw it from the side. It was nice.
We were running up the field.
Yeah, I
and
did
we're
my
like,
part.
this ass beat is brought to you by Zoom. We didn't practice at all. We did not
practice.
practice. We did a walkthrough on Saturday.
So then, as players,
Sorry, no,
the
it wasn't
next
Saturday,
week
it was
we're
a
trying to put
Monday.
the pressure on.
Hey,
Hey,
we don't
we ain't
need
got to
practice.
practice. We
We
don't
don't
need
have
practice.
practice.
Anywhere, anytime, right, Braves?
We played on a Tuesday night, that game. Tuesday night, short week the next week, multiple guys in COVID. We walked into that game, I thought to myself, we are either going to win a close one or get the shit kicked out of us. And we beat the shit out of them. I had no hope in that game. Went out there, we beat their ass.
Where are you going?
Well, I mean,
We just stuck to you in the Patriots, didn't we?
no, I like the Patriots at plus 8.5. I mean, I think you'd be a fool to bet against the Bills, but divisional game, what's Buddy's name? Getting Christian Gonzalez back in the pass game for All-Pro last year with New England. Running the ball with Ramondre and Travion. Like, I think they keep it close. I don't have much to say on it other than like I like plus 8.5.
Okay.
That's it. Oh, I'm sorry. Was I supposed to? Here, let me read my notes. Okay. Bills defense allowing 164 rush yards per game, over 6 yards per carry. That's why I like Josh McDaniels feeding the ball to Travion and Ramondre. That's just how I feel. I'm sorry. I'm an NFC guy. Tell me about the AFC.
No, I'm messing
Who
with
are you going with?
I'm messing with you. I was gonna go with the Patriots, but now I'm gonna mix it up. I'm gonna go with the Bills because you guys.
Mix it up by taking.
How much film do you watch?
Mix it up.
I watch a lot. I actually watch every game, and then I watched a recap on it. I wanted to go Patriots. We had to talk. I wanted to take the Patriots just because I feel like this is gonna be a close game. But then hearing all y'all take the Patriots and talk so highly of them, I don't like them now. So I'm going with the Bills.
Logical.
Look over Clay's shoulder and look at your record real quick.
It's
okay to follow
Like
line
I
once in a
told
while.
y'all.
This could be the week where if the Eagles and the Bills, like
Let me-
you could.
I'm gonna get back on top.
500.
Look, let me tell y'all something.
Tell me something.
I've been here before. I've been at the bottom,
Yeah.
Got it out the mud.
but then I ended up at the top. You know what I'm saying?
Hall of Fame nominee.
This is what I do. I don't fold in defeat.
Right.
I used to go to school with a pack full of cans, plus a fofo mag.
Damn.
G'd up from the feet up.
Not
Blew
the iPad.
up like I
Scared
grew
Will's
up.
iPad to the ground.
Loking and smoking and drinking till I threw up.
Damn.
Ditching my class just to fuck your school up. Hey, this is what I do. I could be at the bottom, but I'm gonna get to the top. Let's go. I'm taking the Bills.
Do I go with the Bills now?
Hey, we're all in on the
Bills?
Hey, let's go.
I see how you ended up at Eastern Missouri State or wherever that school was. You were rapping like that.
Eastern Missouri.
Bompton
Central
over here.
Missouri.
You referred to it as Bompton, didn't you?
No. That's no. I'm
yeah,
Compton.
that's-
I say Compton.
Billy
The homies
Bompton.
say Bompton though.
Billy Bompton.
I bet they did.
Yeah, they say Bompton, Bick and back bamboo.
R.I.P. Casper.
YG.
YG. He know. He
You
know.
think he knows?
Willie
No,
knows?
he know. Willie know.
Yeah. Willie knows.
Now you got that shaved
Billy
head, yeah.
Bompton.
Yeah, see, he know. He
on.
American History X.
He Bick and back bamboo.
All right. What else we got here? We got Chiefs at Jags.
Ooh.
Jags just went into San Francisco. Got that.
Got that dub.
Chiefs are favored -3. Big turnaround against the beaten down Ravens. Total points in that game is 46.5 points. I know somebody at this table loves the Jaguars. Will Compton loves the Jaguars.
I don't love them. I say they are sneaky.
Yeah, they very
Sneaky.
sneaky.
Contender
Yeah.
Contender.
in the AFC.
Yes, indeed.
AFC?
AFC right now.
Oh.
Just the AFC.
Calm down the NFL talk, but the AFC right now.
Oh, I thought that was a little wild too.
Yeah.
I thought you said AFC South. It's like, oh yeah, I can see that. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Colts maybe. drop a
Nobody
couple.
thinking about him. Liam Cohen with that piss and vinegar. I mean, he almost fucked up messing with Rob Saleh,
Rob
but
Saleh with
still,
a body
gotta
bag.
set the
His-
I
with
don't
no
know.
disrespect.
I don't know. Just because he
We'd
looked
love
like
to have you on
that.
the show. Friend of the
he
show,
literally
future friend
told
of
him,
the
"I
show.
will like something like I'll fucking take your life or something like
Yeah.
that." Don't quote me on that.
Anyone say
He said the
that?
same thing that Delanie just said to us about having his low record. So I'll leave my school to fuck your school up. Whatever you said.
I ditched my school.
Yeah, it's all good. You don't do it
Fuck
again.
your school up.
Is that Kodak?
I do.
Good defense, really good running game. I saw you turning on the tape. I say, hey, check them out. They like running left.
They like running left?
Like running left. A lot of
Got
push.
a top 3 pick, Travis Hunter. He puts his face in it.
Very
He's not
out-
there just to make plays on defense.
He be
and offense
blocking,
will catch
though.
it. Bro.
Cuz be
Yes.
blocking.
He went in there a couple of times and put his face in there. Was like, this guy really loves football.
He does.
Like, he's willing to get dirty
Yeah, he does.
about it. Spags defense. I think that the
thought I was
Chiefs.
talking about
Oh,
the
damn,
Jags.
did you get
Oh,
that?
sorry.
He's like, Spags defense.
Spags defense, though.
don't know.
Spags defense.
I was saying,
Jags defense, 13 takeaways, tied for first in the NFL.
yes, very opportunistic
Got
on the defensive
receivers
side.
that
They
don't
can get
necessarily want
after
to
the
catch the ball on the
quarterback a
Jags
little
side.
bit.
They don't necessarily
They will
want
if
to
they
catch the
have
football.
to. Travis Hunter had that catch
Trevor
across
Lawrence, a
the
little bit
middle.
of pressure in his face, kind of likes to give the ball up as well.
I like Liam Cohen.
I
like
like
when
what he
he
did
goes-
after
Give me the
game.
Jags. Dogs at home with the points, 3 points. Everybody's gonna start riding the Chiefs right now, but it ain't even the Chiefs
I
division.
got Chiefs.
It's the Broncos.
George Karlaftis,
but I got
second in the NFL in pressures.
Jaguars.
I'm taking Jaguars too. I just think they all around better team than
You see
the Chiefs right
I
now.
don't mean to step on your toes, but you see the Chiefs get Xavier Worthy back.
I know,
You see
that's
how
scary.
It starts coming together. Maybe
Yeah.
we look at those first 2 games and who they were playing, and you lose him immediately on the first drive. They couldn't recover from that. They get Buddy, what's his name? Rasheed Rice back in week 7.
Yep, it's on my fantasy
Well,
team.
he not back.
It ain't
yet.
week
I'm
7
just
right
saying,
now. It
I'm
ain't
saying
week
they're
7.
trending. They're trending, and now with the Chargers giving up the game, there's life there.
Did you actually beat
Here's what
a
I'll-
very good Ravens team? And I,
I don't
think
think
that
They
it
ain't
beat the
matters.
That ain't
Ravens.
true.
I don't
They
think that,
beat.
I don't think that
It
matters.
doesn't matter to them. They beat the Ravens. Who cares how they were playing? I mean, that's a separate conversation. But they beat the Ravens. That's all that matters. And I think with the Jags, I like them. They look clean in their jerseys up there. And
You like the uniform?
I did up in Candlestick, whatever it's called nowadays. But I
Levi.
felt like the 49ers lost that game more than the Jaguars won that game.
True.
If that makes sense. That's
Very
like my
true.
Russell Westbrook quote for you right there. Like they got a bunch of good players, but they don't have a great team. And I think the Chiefs have a great defense. You see them starting to click a little bit more. Hopefully they start getting that confidence. And also too, it's the Chiefs. You know, they played in the last 3 Super Bowls. You play with your food at the beginning. All right, let's start tightening it up. You know, this is going to be a closer race than when they were 0-2.
But how many times did those Jags touch Brock?
Purdy.
How many times
Yeah, but
they
this
touched
ain't,
Brody?
bro, that's the 49ers. I'm talking about the Chiefs here.
I'm just saying that 49ers got a good old line, don't they?
They've been unfortunately been a big question mark this year.
They actually
Father time coming
So
from,
the game,
from my
the,
dog.
the,
Yeah.
the 49ers got 1 pressure in that game, and it was when they brought 6 guys. When they rushed 4, clean pocket. 49ers defense trying to get
It's
pressure.
because Jags got a good
Yeah,
offensive
you're
line.
asking about 49ers O-line. How's their O-line from a former
Who, the Jags?
No,
the
the 49ers.
the 49ers? Because we're talking about the pass rush here.
Yeah, 49ers have a good offensive line. I think Trent Williams is showing a little bit of his age right now, but for the most part, like schematics, like they do a great job of running
But
the football.
Jaguars got to them a lot, though. That's why you had the
Purdy
2
looked
in it.
uncomfortable.
They
yeah.
can get after the quarterback.
They get after the quarterback.
And
That's
their
what I'm saying.
defense.
A lot of that is games.
13
a lot of that
takeaways.
is games.
It's true.
It'll be closer.
A lot of games.
But
Yeah.
hey, they don't
think,
ask
but-
how they ask how many.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think regardless of where the Ravens are at, everyone still views the Ravens as the Ravens, even though we might get to the end of this year and their record's not going to be great because Lamar's hurt, 6 third defensive starters. But the Chiefs, I think it was the first time that maybe doubt was actually creeping into that locker room. Like, Travis Kelce is old. Hey, we don't have Rice back. Is Xavier really going to fix all these things for me? I think seeing the success, having the X plays, getting the run game going a little bit, seeing Patrick Mahomes throw for 4 touchdowns, like they walk by in the locker room and be like, that's right.
Yeah.
Well, I forgot. Yeah, that's our bad for ever questioning that situation.
Yep.
Jags are a better team than I thought before I put the film on against the 49ers. I watched that film and I was like, Cohen's got guys running. We talked about Travis Hunter, the way he's willing to put his face in the blocks. They still have some drop issues, but like they are as a whole a much better football team. But I love the Chiefs -3 in this game. Yeah. I love them. I think they figured out any doubt they had is now gone, regardless of the caliber of team they played with the logo that they had.
Chiefs going to Jacksonville. They better be ready. Get those IVs popping.
Yeah, it's gonna be hot.
It's gonna be fucking hot. That's one thing.
Not
I can
a difficult
tell you.
place to play.
It's not, but when that heat start, you know how it is. That IV, we all up
You'd
in there.
You'd rather play this game in the first week of October than in December. Like if you
you're
go to Jacksonville
right.
in December, you start to get
right.
used to the cold.
You're right.
And you're the weather's
right.
so
I
nice.
get
Then
you
you go down
that.
to Jacksonville and it's 80. You're like, my God.
Yeah, you're right. That's death. You're right.
That is death.
That is
it's
so
just
true.
crazy.
Chiefs, Jags.
Chiefs.
I like where we sit.
I thought you said Jags, B.
No, I said Chiefs.
Oh, okay.
I think Jags are better than what I thought at the
Hey,
beginning of the year.
how many times you see the Jags get after Brody?
A lot. Thus, they will win. All right.
True Classic Game of the Week. Every Sunday's got games, but only one fits just right.
All right, this True Classic Game of the Week is brought to you by True Classic. We got the new curved Pima shirts that they have sent the boys. Delanie's rocking. Go ahead and show them the guns right now. Show them the guns. Look good, feel good, play good. That you can find True Classic at Amazon and Costco, Sam's Club, and Target nationwide, or online at trueclassic.com/bussin. I'll say it again for you. Look good, feel good, play good. Let's get to the game of the week.
This is the True Classic Game of the Week. Tampa Bay Buccaneers are in Seattle. They're at Seattle. Baker Mayfield versus Sam Darnold, both drafted in 2018, number 1 and number 3 pick. Seahawks favored by 3 points. The total points in that game is 44.5. Love the moxie by the Bucs. Love Baker Mayfield. He doesn't matter how hurt he is. He's running around. He's got the attitude. He's got the fucking confidence.
He does.
Something about the school of Kevin O'Connell, though, and backup quarterbacks going and dicing them up. I got the opportunity to watch Sam Darnold versus the Cardinals on Thursday Night Football last week, and Sam is putting the ball in the perfect spot every single time. Their defense is stingy. Buddy, I like the Seahawks here.
Yeah.
I like the Seahawks. I like that it's in the northwest.
Yeah.
Nobody really like
loud.
loud, obnoxious 12th man. Like it's gonna be a different game. Bucky Irving, is he playing? I don't know. He's got an ankle. He's got a rib. He's out.
He's out.
He was getting it going from a
this?
run game.
What time is this game? What is this?
I don't think it matters, bro. They
time
wake
is
up,
this game?
They
Oh,
wake
it
up in the
does.
Pacific
It does.
Northwest.
It's Sunday.
3 o'clock.
3 o'clock. Oh, I think that plays to the Bucs' favor. I like the Bucs. Why? Because Seattle, whoever sponsors it now, that stadium gets loud for those primetime games. I think if they can,
You're saying middle afternoon game.
It's
Yeah,
5
I mean,
o'clock
like-
though in Florida.
So that has nothing to do with their body clock. I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried
okay.
about
You
the
said
heat.
it's
I'm
a
just talking
perfect
about. I'm
game.
just talking about environment and atmosphere.
Okay.
I like the Bucs, even with all the injuries. Godwin wasn't playing at 100%. Mike Evans out now. Bucky looks like he's out. I just love the moxie of their team. I love the way Baker's playing right now. He gives them a chance every time he takes the field. There's just something about this team that I like. Now, listen, I mean, everything you said about the Seahawks, like Sam Darnold is playing elite right now. Their defense looks good. The culture's coming together. I just saw one of them spiders you got. I thought it was a real one on the ground. It's just
spooky season.
It is.
Spooky
it is.
season.
Jackson Smith and Jigba. Like, I have every reason not to think that the Bucs, to Seattle to win, but I don't know. There's just something about the Bucs. I'm just feeling it. This is more of a gut pick than anything
That's
else.
good.
It's just a gut pick on
I don't
this
think
one.
it's a bad one. I'm going with Seattle here. I am a big fan of how that offense operates. Their defense is playing very salty. The only thing that scares me is this could be a situation where it's like this could be a field goal game and Baker Mayfield's got the ball in his hands on the last drive.
Yeah, I mean, history will say that they'll handle that, dude. Seahawks defense though, second most interceptions. They have 7.
Yep.
They also are the 6th in the NFL at 12 sacks. They got 3 per game right now. I love Charbonnet being off injury because when I'm watching the Cardinals game, like
With Kenneth
Walker loves to just randomly run backwards. I don't fucking understand that at all. It's like, have we not gotten? Can we go back to Pop Warner rules? Like north and south, please. Like hit it downhill. Oh, there's not a hole there. Run into the back of your offensive lineman and move forward. Yeah. Offensive lineman for the most part has done a great job. I think it's Zabel. Rookie. He's doing a great. I think he's got the least amount of pressures of any offensive lineman. Like their offensive line is playing really well. Sam Darnold, man, I love the resurrection of his career. Yeah. I think Charbonnet, which will lead me into my Bet the Boys parlay. By the way, Zach Charbonnet, anytime touchdown, love it. Had 2 last week.
Yeah,
had 2 of them boys.
They put that man in every time.
Didn't they take one away, or did he still have 2?
I think he still had 2.
I like Seattle too because you look at who the Bucs have played. The Falcons, that was week 1. Then you had the Texans. They've been struggling offensively. Jets, they beat the Jets. Justin Fields or Tyrod Taylor, whoever their quarterback was, doesn't even matter.
Same person.
And then Eagles as well, especially with Jalen Hurts. Like this is going to be the best downfield attack that they face from a passing defensive standpoint. I do like the way Sammy D's throwing the ball. He keeps it high and tight. Yeah, he keeps it high and tight, goes through his progressions. And he's got a very accurate deep ball. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I think this will be like a nice much harder task for the Tampa Bay defense.
I agree.
Yeah, than what they've seen so far this
with
year.
Irving being out too, it's like that hurts their run game. Godwin being back is big for them. The 10 targets last week?
Yeah.
Emeka Mbuka, he's a stud too.
He's a stud.
Yeah.
But you got to establish a run game, man. You got to have a run game, especially when you're going away. What do you pack when you go on an away game? A defense and a run game. If you're lacking the run game, give me the Seahawks.
Especially at the 12th man, you can't hear. It'd be tough out there
game,
for receivers.
So they'll only have 11.
Huh?
It's only a 3:00 game, so it'll only be 11.
He's saying 12th man will be a non-factor.
Crazy. Seattle was.
Well, that's because you were a divisional rival. This is Tampa coming into town.
We played them in 2021. No one. There's nothing between the Titans and Seahawks. That shit is fucking.
It was like
primetime
this.
Game.
Huh?
Primetime game?
No, I believe it was a 3:30 game.
Yeah, and we're shaking, bro.
This is hey, listen, all my notes say the Seahawks are going to win. Like, but
share some of your notes.
Hey, Sam
Seattle
Darnold,
booming right now.
Last 2 years, most wins by a quarterback, tied with Mahomes for most game-winning drives. Hey, you talked about that defense, limited all 4 opponents to 20 points or less. We already talked about sacks, interceptions.
So what you going with us then?
No, he just wanted to hear some of them notes. I'm just saying, like to me, everything I write here, I'm like, yeah, I like the Seahawks, but I just.
You said it's a gut play.
It's
a gut play.
No, we ain't mad at you. Yeah.
I don't know. You seem a little aggressive today.
No. I was just checking, man. You know.
Yeah. I think Delanie's finding out where you guys are as friends. This is what Delaney does.
Yeah. Well, we were talking land management before the show started.
What do you think about them hitting Brody?
I got Jalen Hurts MVP right now.
Just so you know, like you're hitting a new level of Delanie Walker friendship. I'm actually happy for you guys right now. Good. This is big, huh?
Oh yeah, you know me.
I do. That's what I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Hey, that's beautiful. Put that on the thumbnail. All right, Bet the Boys parlay.
Oh, yes.
Ooh. Last 2 weeks, Delanie's had the same pick.
So,
does he do the same pick? Delaney, who you got?
Jonathan
does the same pick. Did it hit last week?
Hey, he scored a touchdown. They called it back over some.
Yeah, that's a bad holding call.
A bad call, bro.
Why aren't we discussing that game? Clump?
That was crazy.
Clump wanted to make sure we got in that tight.
Beautiful run.
Clump wanted to make sure. Hey,
beautiful run for like 60-yard touch.
Yeah. I had to talk to Delaney.
Hey, the same guy who held was the same one who held that ball out over the goal line. I saw that in real time. I was sick for him.
I was sick. Oh. I'm like, you didn't
do that.
The way
he tried jumping on it and everything too and had it and kind of like looked around like
he knew. Hey, the guilt on his face.
Yeah.
That body language, please God.
Yeah, please put up the touchdown.
Looked like Chad Powers. Looked like Russ Holiday.
Yeah.
This is your third. Did Jonathan Taylor score 2 weeks?
Yes.
So you're going 3 for 3?
Yeah.
If it's working.
He always hit.
He didn't hit last
He didn't score.
I know
last
that. It's because it got called
He
back.
did. But there was a penalty.
Tell FanDuel that.
Yeah,
that didn't hit.
Come on, it wasn't right.
I'm going to run it back, though.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Unless the Colts are on a bye, I'm assuming we're going to run it back again next week.
Oh, they may be on the
Give
bye.
me Omari and Hampton, Chargers, touchdown on the ground.
Who are you taking that game?
I'm taking Commanders. Doesn't mean they're going to shut them out.
It's true.
Hey, I'm
I
running
think
it
you
back.
have to run the ball.
I'm running it back as well with Amon-Ra.
Yeah.
I was 2 for 2. Then I went to my boy Jordan Mason. didn't show up, but you know who did? Amon-Ra with
Amon-Ra.
2 more scores. So I'm going back to my former Trojan right here.
Yeah.
Amon-Ra against a Cincinnati defense. This should be. I mean,
That's easy.
What's 2 touchdowns?
They don't give it to us. Don't
I'll
fuck
take
up. Don't do that.
Put him twice on here.
2 plus. Give me 2
Oh,
plus.
my bad.
Can I
Okay.
tell you something about Amon-Ra? Might change your mind. He friended the show. We went to the training camp tour. USC was playing Michigan. He talked a lot of shit. I talked a lot of shit. The agreement was, it was a bet. If Michigan wins, he comes back on the show during the season. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if USC wins,
You go on his show.
I go on his show.
Oh yeah, he do have a show.
No, I think it was flipped. I don't know. Regardless, I'm losing my train of thought. Amon-Ra St. Brown lost a bet, didn't follow through with his bet. Is that the kind of guy you want to be?
Wait, he did it?
He didn't.
Maybe
No, he didn't follow
He
through.
was busy training to be a dog.
Don't make bets you can't keep then. Look at Will's head.
How is he training? My man be on his own pod during the season.
Right.
He can't
Same
just
with
come
Micah,
on
right?
ours?
You can't do a podcast and play. Can't be a dog because I got 9 years right here. 10,
Yeah, we'll say 10.
10, 11.
Fuck yeah, 10. Hell yeah, fuck yeah.
I don't know
9.
how many years he got, to be honest.
Taylor, who's your anytime touchdown guy? Right now, we got Jonathan Taylor, Hampton, Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Charbonnet. I'll take Charbonnet. And honestly, I love to take credit for this pick, but who's been crushing it anytime touchdowns for us at the bus? Jimmy Clump. And
Oh yeah.
I got here this morning, get my little prep work in, and they go, hey, we still need this, and this for you for the shows today. And I go, all right, yeah, for sure. Clump, who we taking? Anytime touchdown. I said Charbonnet. So if we get it, put it on my record. If we don't, that was Clump.
But my list be crazy though. My list be crazy that I send him. He just know not who to pick for me, but my
Wait a
list
second.
be crazy.
Will gave me Charbonnet.
I give you
Yeah.
Yeah.
Will gave me Charbonnet. Hey, I tell you what, we got a CTE episode going on with me
And
right
again,
now.
the thought process was, if you watch that Thursday night game, Seattle Cardinals, anytime they got near the goal line, Charbonnet was
Charbonnet
going.
got in.
Kenneth Walker would do all the work getting down there. They put Charbonnet in.
Yeah,
on the
because
goal line.
he said it. He's like, I see why they take Kenneth out. He bounces to the right every time. It was on the 2-yard line. He bounced it to the right.
You're
I'm
inside
like,
the 10. You can't risk going
We
backwards.
lost like 8,
What are you
9
doing?
yards. Like just running backwards.
just go straight.
It's like, this ain't high school football. Like, guys can tackle you.
Yeah. I
Crazy.
mean, dude.
But that's
his-
also a Michigan State brain.
Oh,
Like
he
sometimes
did
they
go to
think,
Michigan
they
State,
think they
yeah.
just do anything.
Yeah.
About to get that ass beat this week too.
Yeah, buddy.
All right, good
Great show.
Clay, any parting thoughts?
Great show.
Delanie, any parting thoughts?
all.
Let's win them all.
We can't all win them all.
Live show. No.
Watch party.
Brooklyn Bowl.
You gonna be there?
Yeah.
You're coming.
Yeah.
Sunday afternoon.
I'm gonna
take
show
my
up.
Brooklyn Bowl.
No, I ain't taking nobody place. I'm just gonna come and just be a part of the boys.
Be part of the boys.
Be part of the vibes.
Yeah,
Be part of the
that's
vibes.
it. Drinking, a lot of drinking for me.
Let's lose together.
Wait, you coming?
Michelob Ultra.
What are we doing?
You coming to the watch party?
Michelob Ultra, you already
For the
know.
Titans?
Brooklyn Bowl Sunday.
Yeah, come hang out.
Downtown, B.
Oh, I got flag football playoffs this weekend.
Oh, shit.
Playoffs.
Show's not over. Who we
Playoffs.
playing?
We got semifinals on Saturday. If we win, when we win that game, we move on to the championship game, 3 o'clock. We've been playing this team for a few years now. We beat them in the championship last year. We opened up the year with them. We scored to make it a 2019 game. We were down by 1 point. Coach went for 2, came up short. That's okay. We saw him again at midseason. We had a pick 6 to seal the game, so we're tied 1-1. Hopefully head into this championship game.
But it's
a
been
big
tight
one.
every
We
single
got a
time.
game. We got a weekend coming
Yeah,
up.
it's-
What time's this game?
It's Saturday morning and Sunday at 3 p.m. It's gonna affect some of my picks for next week, but I got to focus on what's in front of me.
Do we go
Record,
to
what's
do we
the
miss the
season
Brooklyn
record?
Bowl and go to that game instead, Clump?
It'd probably be more entertaining than the Titans game.
Very much be more entertaining.
Hey, 7-1 versus 6-1. Their loss to us, our loss to them.
Wow.
Yeah.
Bad blood.
But you have to take care of Saturday.
We got to take care of Saturday. I don't want to look too far ahead.
What's the record of the team Saturday?
Well, they have to play before us to see who plays us. So hopefully they're a little tired, at this age. They get a little lazy.
Right.
And we just show up
Ready to
belt
strike.
to ass, right?
Yeah, belt to ass.
Belt to ass.
Hey, one day I may show up and just, let all the kids take pictures. I know they think you the coach, so they don't know who you are and stuff.
Yeah.
So,
No, they'll see all your tattoos and be like, yeah, he must be
I
like a dog.
Yeah, they want me to show
got-
up.
Now I
had
might
to
show
put
up for the
offensive
kids
All
and
that
let them
jewelry
take
you got.
pictures with
Where
me.
you grill though?
Yeah.
Fair grill.
Oh, definitely.
They have
Oh
to.
yeah, with the kids.
The one you wore. The one you wore last
No,
week.
not that one. No.
They'll start making
That's
fun of you when you start talking.
Yeah.
What's wrong with this
They
guy,
gonna be
Coach
like,
Clay?
They're gonna be like, I want a
football guy?
grill. After they say, I want a grill. Your son, hey, I want one
No,
of
we
those.
ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. All right. Hey, you see these Dockers? You see these boots? This collared shirt? We keep it tight, all right?
We keep the Matthews family keep it tight.
Keep it tight.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, every time
Lord's
kids see the
always
grills,
watching,
they be
all right?
like, man, I want one of those. I'm like, I'll get you one.
And do you?
I might show up.
It depends
Let the
how
kids
good
take
they are.
pictures.
That, there was the wildest comment. Great show.
Great show. Big
Subscribe,
hugs, tiny
unsubscribe,
kisses.
resubscribe. Big hugs, tiny kisses.